Happy Wealth Wednesday! Thank you for tuning in. If this is your first time tuning in, my name is Boalia Desmond. I'm a wife to one, a mom of two boys, and I'm on a mission to help families create and increase generational wealth because of what Debt Freedom has done for our family. So I'm typically not in the kitchen, but today I'm in the kitchen because of time. And so I thought I could do my video while I'm cooking. I'm actually making one of these meals here. It's called the chickpea and spinach fritters meal. It's actually the HelloFresh stuff. If you have ever heard of it, they like send you all the ingredients, you guys. They send you like the real ingredients. There's onions, there's the spinach, there's the rice. Actually, I'm making rice here. As you can see, I'm making rice. It's part of the deal. But anyway, so I wanted to do my video while I'm cooking because it saves me some time. So I'm not a chef by any means. I have it written on my vision board that I want a chef. So this is as good as it gets, but I wanted to get my message out. So today's message is really a message to inspire or encourage somebody that might be going through a hard time right now. So last night, during the Bucks game, they talked about the commentators were talking about the coach for the Phoenix team, right? And he talked about, they encouraged us to go watch the eulogy that he had done for his wife when his wife passed away. And so Tim and I did. We watched it. And really, guys, it was so inspiring and so incredible because he just really brought things to perspective. Like here, he lost his wife in a car accident and was left with 5 kids. I guess this happened 5 years ago because I think that's what it said on the video. And he was left with 5 kids. But in that whole video, what he was doing was encouraging people. He said, even though, this had happened to them, one thing that he knew for sure was that God still loved him. Okay? He knew that God's love for him didn't change. So even though he was going through a hard time, even though he was suffering, he knew that he had to keep his mind on what was important. Right? He had 5 kids to raise. He was left with 5 kids. I think the wife was 44 when she passed away. But just understanding and knowing his relationship with Jesus kept him going. It kept him going in his faith. It solidified that he knew where his wife was at that point, right? She was in heaven. He said, this is where we all want to end up. So it wasn't like he didn't know where she went, right? She went to heaven to be with her Heavenly Father. So I wanted to encourage somebody that, because he said, listen, I don't care what it is that you're going through, right? Because he was at his lowest, right? This was hard. But he said, it doesn't matter what you're going through. You're going to make it. So today's message, I want to encourage somebody that you're going to make it. And to understand that even though the hard stuff happens, even though the bad stuff happens to us, that God's love for you didn't change. God's love for me doesn't change just because we're suffering, just because we're going through a hard time. And keeping your eyes on Jesus, right? That's what's going to carry you through. Allowing your faith to lead you, to guide you, to protect you, to keep you, your eyes on Jesus. That's what you need to know, is to understand the character of God. And he said, all things work together for your good, right? For those who love him and who are called to according to his purpose. That's in the book of Romans. So he held on to his faith. So today, if you're suffering, today, if you're going through a hard time and you're wondering where God is and you're wondering why you're going through it, just understand that God still loves you. Understand that you're going to make it. Understand that, it's part of life. Suffering is part of life. But I just was so touched by his message that I just needed to share that. So you will make it. You're going to make it. So just focus on your faith, focus on who Jesus is in the midst of, the pain and the suffering. So I thank you for tuning in, and I will see you tomorrow.